Your fur baby is the light of your life, right? And of course, they love you just the same. Or do they? Dogs are eager to please us humans, and it can be hard to tell whether your dog is just grateful for your care or truly cannot imagine their life without you. In this video, we look into 10 signs your dog doesn't love you. Number 10. You come home from a long day's work, super excited to see your pooch. You expect to be greeted by sloppy kisses and butt wiggles, but all you get is a nonchalantly raised eyebrow and a little huff. In contrast, your pooch jumps up at the door when they hear your partner's car pull up in the driveway. It's like a knife through the heart. Your dog's ambivalence about your return could be a sign that it is emotionally detached from you, or at the very least, that you're not its favorite human. Perhaps your dog has outgrown the excited puppy phase and is settling into a more laid-back approach. One way to check is to show them you are excited to see them and observe if they try to match your energy. Number 9. Do you hunt around the house for your pup, only to find them hiding under the table? Do they look down at the ground instead of into your eyes when you approach them? This is what's known as avoidance behavior. Yes, they are literally trying to avoid you, but why? You might want to check on those sausages you left on the table. If they've mysteriously disappeared, your dog could just be trying to avoid the recriminations. Otherwise, one of the main reasons a dog might avoid their owner is because they don't trust them. And without trust, there can be no love. Perhaps you've only just adopted your pooch, and your bond needs time to develop. Or maybe you've given them reason in the past to feel anxious in your presence. To build or rebuild that trust takes time and space. Number 8. Dogs communicate through body language and behavior, and reactions like barking, growling, or biting are clear signals to back off. But what about the more subtle signs, like flinching? If you've just stepped on their tail, a flinch might be an in-the-moment response to that little mishap. But if your dog regularly flinches when you try to pet them or touch them without warning, it's a telltale sign your dog is a lightly bit frightened of you, or people in general. Dogs usually flinch in anticipation of physical harm or discomfort, so this behavior likely stems from past trauma. Understanding and addressing the root causes through patience, training, and professional guidance is key to helping your dog feel safe and loved. And they'll probably give you a few little thank you licks once they feel better. Number 7. So you're trying to spend quality time with your pup, teaching them a new trick, but they can't stop yawning. You think to yourself, am I that boring? Maybe you are, who are we to say? But there's more likely a degree of unease between you and your pooch. Dog behaviorists have discovered that dogs often yawn in response to stressful situations, so perhaps there is something about you or what you're doing that's giving your pup anxiety. Yawning, especially quick and repetitive yawning, is a way for dogs to self-soothe. So if your pup displays this behavior, remove the stressor, speak to them calmly, and provide them with a safe space. On the other paw, we all know that yawns are contagious, and studies have proven this to be true for dogs as well as humans. So if you're yawning a lot too, your little mate is probably just following your lead. Number 6. Once upon a time, your pup couldn't get enough of car rides, head out the window, ears flapping, all those neighborhood scents whooshing by. But recently, anytime you try to get your little buddy into the back seat, they refuse. What could be the problem? Has your dog moved on? Was it just a summer fling? Very unlikely. We all know that dogs are sensitive little souls, and one bad experience can often overshadow previous enjoyment. Think back. The last time you cruised the streets together, did you do something that scared them? A road rage incident, perhaps? Even if your anger wasn't directed at them, your dog can sense your emotions. Your aggression might have really scared them, and now that's what they anticipate anytime they're told to jump into the car. If so, you can rebuild their love for road trips with patience and a calm, reassuring tone. Just lay off the horn and the curse words. Number 5. Experts have confirmed that if your pup seeks you out for playtime, it's a strong sign they love you. But what about if they don't want to play with you? Does that mean they don't love you? Studies on canine behavior reveal that playtime isn't just about having fun. It's a form of social bonding and communication. If your pooch feels disconnected from you or anxious about their environment, they won't be in a playful mood, even if you are waving their favorite stick at them. Would you want to hang out with someone if the vibe isn't right? To alleviate their anxiety, try some low-pressure bonding activities to help remind them you're a safe human. Incorporating treats is usually a great way to engage them. Otherwise, their lack of interest in playing with you might just mean there's someone more exciting to play with. Research says dogs prefer to play with other dogs when given the chance, so don't take it personally. Sit back, relax, and watch your furble zoom around the park with their mates. Number 4. Have you ever tried to give your pup a treat only for them to turn up their nose at your offering? On a whim, you hand your friend the treat, who then holds it out for your dog. To your surprise, your dog happily snatches it from your friend's hand. The little traitor! Clearly, there was nothing wrong with the treat. So does it mean there's something wrong with you? Does your dog not love you anymore? Maybe, at least for the moment. Perhaps your pooch knows they have you wrapped around their little paw, so they're trying to kiss up to your friend instead. In other cases, rejecting food could be your dog's way of telling you they want something more interesting, not someone more interesting. After smelling your beef stew, their dry kibble probably doesn't seem very appealing. A willingness to eat what you're offering can also be breed dependent. Some breeds will eat anything, anytime, anywhere. We're looking at you, Labradors, while others, believe it or not, will only eat when hungry. Number 3. You stand out in the freezing cold, waiting for your pup to go potty. After 45 minutes, you realize they don't need to go. Once back inside, you're horrified when they immediately cock their leg and pee up the sofa. The next day, it happens again, this time on your brand new shoes. Does your dog hate you so much they're revenge peeing on all your nice things? It certainly could mean your dog has a bone to pick with you, but it doesn't have anything to do with revenge. It's not in your dog's repertoire. A change in toilet habits might indicate your dog is experiencing anxiety or frustration. Consider what interactions your dog is having at home, including with you, and try to alleviate any stressors. Number 2. A pup with a strong emotional connection to their owner often wants to snuggle beside them in bed. At the very least, they insist on being in the same room. Close proximity to you at night can mean you make them feel safe when they're at their most vulnerable. If your little fur baby prefers to snooze solo, it could be a sign they don't feel a strong bond with you. Of course, there are many other reasons why your dog might not want to share your bed. Perhaps it's already too crowded, or they get too hot. You might toss and turn at night or snore loudly, disturbing their sleep. They may also prefer to sleep in a more strategic location, keeping an ear out for intruders. Whatever the reason, if they know your bed is an open invitation, you may wake up one morning to find a little fur ball sharing your pillow. Number 1. Dogs are irresistible with their little wet noses, velvet ears, and adorable toe beans. It's almost impossible not to squeeze them tight and shower them with kisses. But does your pup try to wriggle free? Perhaps they go rigid, just waiting for the moment to be over? If your dog doesn't enjoy your affection, it could be a sign of unease in your relationship. This could be especially true if you know they love big bear hugs from other people. However, your dog's rejection is often not as personal as it may seem. Research psychologist Dr. Stanley Coren found that hugs or prolonged petting make some dogs uncomfortable, even stressed. So, one of the best ways to build trust and love in your relationship with your pooch is to respect their physical boundaries. If they're not the hugging type, look for other signs they love you. This video is all about the unusual ways your dog expresses love for you, but you're missing out on.